NCIS returns in a matter of weeks, and fans are gearing up for one of the craziest storylines in recent times to draw to a conclusion. Since the show first aired, plenty of stellar actors have featured on the hit police procedural, but ultimately, many have also fallen by the wayside. Today, we're discussing each major cast member who is left and why. Don't go anywhere. First up, it's Polly Perrette. Stay tuned. Perrette's forensic specialist, Abby Sciuto, was one of the show's most beloved characters, but suddenly left after The Fold back in 2018, after the conclusion of season 15. Initially, Perrette claimed she was leaving because her character had completed her arc, and that God had cleared the path for her to leave, but it turns out it wasn't quite as clear-cut as that. Perrette and lead actor Mark Harmon had actually had a number of run-ins which came to a head when Harmon brought his dog to the set. The animal attacked a crew member, and it's thought that the incident was the straw that broke the camel's back for Perrette. She firmly believed that the situation was wrong and had to speak out about it, which resulted in the pair filming on separate schedules. Her final scene on the show saw her standing in the street watching as Harmon's Gibbs read a goodbye note from her character, a sign of just how much the pair's relationship had deteriorated over the course of the show. Who is your favorite character on NCIS? Let us know below. Lauren Holly is up next. Having starred as the love interest of the deluded Lloyd Christmas in smash hit comedy Dumb and Dumber back in 1994, Holly moved on to become director of NCIS between seasons 3 and 5, before returning sporadically in seasons 9 and 12. As a regular cast member, Holly became a professional foil for Harmon's Gibbs, as well as his old flame, so it came as somewhat of a shock when she was replaced. However, it turns out the actress had become pretty bored with the role of director Jenny Shepard. Having made the show's writers aware of her feelings, the director was categorically killed off in a shootout in season 5. But that didn't stop the writers bringing her back for a couple of cameos in later seasons. TV. What did you make of Holly as NCIS director? Give us your thoughts in the comments. We're talking Sasha Alexander now. Stay with us. You will remember Alexander's special agent Caitlin Todd from the very early days of NCIS, as she appeared in the first 2 seasons of our favorite show. However, much like a lot of the other cast members, she returned for guest roles in later seasons, particularly season 8 and 9. At the end of the second season, Agent Todd was killed by a terrorist in the line of duty, but it turns out the actress, who has gone on to star as Dr. Maura Isles in Rosalian Isles over 7 seasons, actually requested to be released from the show herself. Apparently, the schedule and intensity of working in such a fast-paced environment were too much for her, so she asked to be written out and released from her contract. NCIS bosses obliged, and she was even able to return for a couple of other guest spots in seasons 3 and 12, proving that you don't have to completely burn your bridges when you want to get out of a contract. Next up, it's Michael Weatherly. Agent Tony DiNozzo, played by Bull actor Michael Weatherly, was one of the NCIS stalwarts in those early years, and was a fixture of the cast for the first 13 seasons of the show. The charming character was essential to the team, but after 13 long seasons, the actor himself was ready to quit. At the time, Weatherly told fans that he had left the show to spend more time with his family and also focus on landing a lead role somewhere else, which he managed to do with the aforementioned Bull. The character of DiNozzo has long been rumored to return to the show, as he wasn't killed off like director Shepard and Agent Todd were. The character headed off to France to raise his daughter, which has brought with it plenty of rumors that he could be set to return every season since he actually left. And now that Bull has been cancelled, you never know. Would you guys like to see Weatherly return as Tony DiNozzo? Cote de Pablo is coming through now. Stick around. DePablo was integral to the show from seasons 3 to 11 and struck up a solid relationship with Michael Weatherly, as their characters were almost inseparable during their times together in DC. There was a feeling that DePablo was the perfect fit for the hole left by Sasha Alexander, as she helped track down the terrorist who killed Agent Todd at the start of the 3rd season. She played a Mossad agent whose expertise in Middle Eastern terrorism came in very handy indeed. However, DePablo, who played Ziva David, became disillusioned with the trajectory of the character and decided to quit the show. However, like Weatherly, her character of Agent David wasn't completely written out, leaving the door firmly ajar for a potential return somewhere down the line. Ziva returned to Israel, but DePablo hinted that she might be open to a glorious return to NCIS if and when someone could write a story which was worthy of her character Ziva. She has also been mentioned in more recent seasons, which has again opened the door for a Cote de Pablo return, which we would love. Which one character would you choose to return if you could only choose one? Give us your thoughts below. We have Dwayne Henry stopping by now. Stick around. Henry played NCIS International Desk Agent Clayton Reeves through seasons 13 to 15, but unfortunately he had to quit the show after the passing of showrunner Gary Glasberg. The creative creative team who took over were uncertain as to where to go with his character, and as such, he was killed off in the exact same episode that we said goodbye to Polly Perrette's Abby Scudo. However, Henry seemed to have landed on his feet with a role in the 2019 Captain Marvel movie as a Talos Kree soldier. We can't wait to see what he does next. We're discussing Jennifer Esposito's leaving now. Stay with us. Esposito played Special Agent Alexandra Quinn on NCIS for just a solitary season, but was another victim of the sad death of Glasberg, who passed away at the tender age of 50. However, the actress herself has revealed in the past that she wasn't supposed to be around for too long. Quinn was only meant to be a short-term solution to Gibbs' ever-changing team, which she explained on Twitter shortly after leaving the show. However, like a few other characters who have added to the show's allure, Esposito could easily return to NCIS, as her character left the team to care for her mother, who had recently been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. What did you guys make of Esposito's Quinn? Would you like to see her return? And now, it's the star of the show, Mark Harmon. Of course, Harmon played the star of the show, Leroy Jethro Gibbs, for 19 whole seasons, and as such, is what the actor himself is most known for by a long stretch. He announced he was leaving the show last year, having outlasted every single character from the very first season in the process. Harmon spent almost 2 decades as the show's lead agent, but failed to give a reason why he had decided to step down last year. However, he has recently decided to break his silence. Harmon has revealed that he kept returning as Gibbs because of the fresh and challenging material. So, reading between the lines, it seems as though he no longer felt that to be true. He said recently, "What has always drawn me here is the character I play and to keep it fresh and to keep it challenging," but reiterated that his character isn't retired. Of course, he is out in Alaska, and Harmon himself still serves as a producer on the show, so the door is still very much open for Gibbs to make a glorious return to the fold. Showrunner Steven Binder has also suggested in the past that Harmon could return, saying, "So regarding the future of Gibbs, as longtime fans of the show may have noticed over the years, never count Leroy Jethro Gibbs out." And finally, of course, there have been plenty of other characters who have come and gone over the years, too many to name today. And with the ever-changing world of TV acting, actors will continue to stop by for a brief time or for a few seasons. But that is one of the things that makes the show so great. It would simply be boring if it was the same characters for 20 seasons, right? What do you guys think? As always, thanks for joining us today, and remember to stop by again next time for some more fun and games. And why not do us a solid by liking and sharing today's video, while also subscribing to our channel so not to miss out on more great content going forward. Bye guys!